You gotta love all your favourite shows right here on 7.
Hello, Blake Johnson with you. You're watching 7's afternoon news live from Perth. There are fears the death toll from the latest asylum seeker tragedy will rise, with more bodies spotted in the water where the boat capsized. 3 Afghan asylum seekers are confirmed dead. Authorities are still searching for up to 100 people. Our political reporter Sarah Wiley joins us from Canberra with the latest. And 7's Grant Taylor is on Christmas Island. He joins me now on the phone. Good afternoon, Grant. What's happened to the injured?
Afternoon, Blake. Just a short while ago, we saw the most serious cases. 3 asylum seekers actually put onto a Royal Flying Doctor Service care flight plane at the airport, and they're now, we believe, heading back to Perth. We're told they were the most serious cases. There are more injured in the hospital here, but the 3 we saw leave, 2 believed to be very serious, the other walking wounded, helped onto that plane.
And Grant, what's happening with the survivors who will remain there?
Well, so far we believe there are 93 who've actually been brought to Christmas Island. Another 16 are still out at sea on one of the naval rescue vessels that's still hoping, against hope at the moment, to find more survivors. But those who are here on the island, they will be processed. No decision yet as to where they'll end up, Blake.
OK, Grant Taylor, thank you. There are questions being asked now whether Indonesia could have averted the tragedy after it emerged the first distress call was made 2 days before the asylum seeker boat capsized. Robert Avadia is in Jakarta. A 35-year-old man reported missing yesterday afternoon has been found dead in a forest at Pinjar, north of Perth. Laird McIntosh had driven to the area to go trail bike riding. Searchers found him this morning. The bike crashed into a tree that had fallen across a trail. An ambulance was called, but Mr McIntosh had suffered serious injuries and died at the scene. The federal government is welcoming a 20-year sentence for the final Bali bomber, Umar Patek. A panel of judges found him guilty of mass murder, but as expected, he escaped the death penalty. Chris Reason is in Jakarta. Southeast of Melbourne, after floodwaters overflowed the banks of Bunyip River. Laurel Irving is in Kuirup. The second man to set foot on the moon, Buzz Aldrin, has touched down in Carnarvon. The 85-year-old is paying tribute to the town's NASA station, which supported a number of significant space missions. Next in 7's 4:30 News, outrage over a grandmother who was bullied by school children. And 9 dead after a plane crashes into homes in Jakarta. There's been worldwide outrage over an online video showing a group of schoolboys bullying a 68-year-old woman. Their victim is reduced to tears as she tries to ignore their taunts. 9 people are dead after a military plane slammed into a housing complex in Jakarta. The crew lost control as they were trying to land at an Air Force base after a training flight. All 7 on board were killed. 2 toddlers and an elderly woman also died on the ground. It's not yet known what caused the crash. Burma's pro-democracy leader Aung San Suu Kyi has become just the second woman to address both houses of Britain's parliament. It's an honour usually reserved for the Queen. She warned politicians they need to act as watchdogs while her country makes the transition from dictatorship to democracy.
My country has not yet entered the ranks of truly democratic societies, but I am confident that we will get there before too long, with your help. Thank you.
Earlier, Suu Kyi paid a visit to Prince Charles and the Duchess of Cornwall. It's her first trip back to the country where she raised her family. Now let's hear from Monica Koss about tonight's stories on Today Tonight. After the break, all the top stories from around the state with Noel Brunning at GWN7 in Bunbury. Plus, trading places, Australia's richest sleeping on the street. Well, it was pretty tough to get out of bed this morning. Perth had a low of 2 degrees at 6:30. Jandakot got down to 0. Another cold night ahead. It'll be a nice day tomorrow, though, with a top of 18. Showers will return around Tuesday. And that's the 4:30 news for today. The Price is Right is next with Larry Emder. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon.